Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Somick here, and I am so excited to get started with you on our very first reading lesson. It's also our very first day of school. I know things are a little different this year, and starting off school may look a little different, but I'm still really excited about it. Now, I have a great read aloud that I'm going to share with you this morning, and it's one of my first day favorites as far as reading books to my students, and I'm excited to share it with you. Now, the book I have to share with you here is something that maybe you've read before, but it's always great to read books more than once, and it is First Day Jitters, okay? And it's by Julie Danber. So, as we're reading, I want you to kind of think about, this author has a reason and also a message they're trying to get across to us of why they wrote this particular book for us. What do you think is the lesson and the message that we need to walk away when we're after listening to this book being read to us? We first have to read it, don't we? Okay. So as I'm reading, I want you to think about, what is my takeaway? What do you think the author's message is to me? And how does it relate back to how maybe I'm feeling in this moment? So hope you're ready to get started here. Just simply sit back, listen as I read the book to you aloud. First Day Jitters. Sarah, dear, make sure I get it lined up for you. Sarah, dear, time to get out of bed, Mr. Hartwell said, poking his head through the bedroom doorway. You don't want to miss the first day of your new school, do you? Did your parents have to wake you up this morning? Probably so. I'm not going, said Sarah, and pulled the covers over her head. Of course you're going, honey, said Mr. Hartwell, as he walked over to the window and snapped up the shade. Now, I'm sure you didn't feel that way trying to get out of your bed this morning, right? No, I'm not. I don't want to start over again. I hate my new school, Sarah said, and she tunneled down to the end of her bed. That's a strong word. Look at his face. He's like, I don't know what to do with Sarah. How can you hate your new school, sweetheart? Mr. Hartwell chuckled. You've never been there before. Don't worry. You liked your other school. You'll like this one. Besides, just think of all the new friends you'll meet. That's just it. I don't know anybody, and it will be hard, and I just hate it. That's all. Have you ever felt that way? Has it been hard when you don't really know anybody? What will everyone think if you aren't there? We told them you're coming. Look, they've got missing pictures. Where's Sarah? Sarah's missing. They will think that I am lucky, and they will wish that they were at home in bed just like me. Mr. Hartwell sighed. Sarah Jane Hartwell. I'm not playing this silly game 1 second longer. I'll see you downstairs in 5 minutes. So he's saying, we're done. Need to get out of bed. Oh, look, even the puppy dog's trying to get her out of the bed, too. Sarah tumbled out of bed, and she stumbled into the bathroom, and she fumbled into her clothes. I love how the author's like even kind of making the words go that way to show you that emotion she's going through. Fine, I'm getting up. Oh, goodness. My head hurts, she moaned as she trudged into the kitchen. Mr. Hartwell handed Sarah a piece of toast and her lunchbox. They walked to the car. Sarah's hands were cold and clammy. They drove down the street. She couldn't breathe. I wonder how she's feeling right now. If your hands are cold and clammy and you just feel like you can't catch your breath, how are you feeling? Feeling nervous? Maybe anxious? And then they were there. I feel sick, said Sarah weakly. Nonsense, said Mr. Hartwell. You'll love your new school, and once you get started. Oh, look, there's the principal, Mrs. Burton. Sarah slumped down in her seat. Oh, goodness, look at her slumping down. She's like, no. It's a big school. Oh, Sarah, Mrs. Burton gushed, peeking into the car. There you go. Come on, I'll show you where to go. So they're pulling her right out of that car here. It's time for her to go. She led Sarah into the building and walked quickly through the crowded hallways. Don't worry, everyone's nervous the first day, she said over her shoulder as Sarah rushed to keep up. Look at that crowded hallway. When they got to the classroom, most of the children were already in their seats. The class looked up at Mrs. Burton as she cleared her throat. Class, attention please, said Mrs. Burton. When the class was quiet, she led Sarah to the front of the room and said, Class, I would like you to meet. Oh, I bet Sarah's getting nervous. Your new teacher, Mrs. Sarah Jane Hartwell. Was anyone surprised at the ending? You know, the very first time I ever heard this, I was thinking Sarah was a student starting at a new school. She wasn't the student. She was the teacher. Well, that's strange, right? It's not. And this is something I want you to think about. You're not alone in how you feel. Even teachers, we get the jitters the night before. Excitement jitters for me, but there's a little nervousness too because we want to be the best teachers for you guys as well. So think about what I've told you. What do you think the author's message is? Do you think it could be that everyone can get nervous sometimes? Do you think that you're not alone in how you feel? But it was also important for Sarah to face her fears, wasn't it? And once sometimes you face your fears, it turns out, that's not so bad after all. All right, so for your assignment today, I hope you love this book as much as I did. Maybe you've heard it several times, but hope you enjoyed it again. In your Google Classroom, log in and choose reading. Now, for the reading assignment today, I only simply have a question for you to answer, kind of like your question of the day from your morning meeting this morning. The question I am proposing to you is, how do you feel about your first day of school this year? Do you have some jitters? Now, it's important. I asked you two questions there. How are you feeling? And are you feeling a little nervous? Do you have first day jitters? So you need to have at least two sentences. Now remember, I said sentences, right? So complete sentences, okay? That means you start with start with capitalization and you end with punctuation. Now, also, I really want you guys, I want to know how you're feeling. So just saying something like, I'm excited. Well, I'm glad you're feeling excited, but why are you feeling excited? Okay. And simply just saying, no, I don't have jitters. Okay. Well, that's great. You don't have jitters, but where are you? Is it because you're excited or that you've maybe done some online learning before and you're feeling more comfortable this time? Okay. Talk to me about it. We want to see those answers. Don't forget to click turn in, okay, when you're done with the assignment as well, because I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Okay. All right. Remember, first day jitters. How are you feeling about your first day? Are you feeling like you have some jitters today? We want to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. Until next time.